bibia na fancy interesting games near hen and ra na enrete warning bi ye 2-4 efa Bodo Glimt ne Tottenham game no and he say 2-4 Atalanta ne Club Brugge game no well fair foot ni via team se be boa kakra because these were games are not quite complicated but me pick for yesterday ebeye the Liverpool Galatasaray game. One, the intensity of the game. Number two, the quality of football we watched. And number three, do I think say Galatasaray will future with this particular set and then we'll come and look at Liverpool and the Florian Vet issue. Nipadodo na edi hu enkomo. Fancy, and one particular game, I think said the referee no deserve also the game than the day game no. You look at the intensity and the game, the aggression in that particular game. You see, Ike Gandogan, we have story be about Ike Gandogan. Say or say one of the Liverpool players ni be busa and say atmosphere they say na dey be etiana and you would understand say enwa they created a solid atmosphere to match the quality of footballers and Mujina Park and so enwa the quality of footballers and Mujina Park and so no atmosphere no ho born ye hwe no o obi ti say Ike Gandogan o obi ti say Victor Osimhen o obi ti say Leroy Sani Mo or Davison Sanchez, Icardi Munina, Mario Lemina, and now Mario Lemina Kotak will be and I'm saying, hey, EPL next and no, things over say, or Bo Bimo. And there was this little guy within a buy in the second half, Sana or something like that, or also Bo Norwich Kakra, and Sana Oba Galatasaray Babisia Kandia Momo. And the quality of players and the intensity of the game, they really match everything. But I think the penalty no Moko J, I think it's not the pump so control game, the Kakra. Now opposite tempest back from kakra and or just a penalty on a normal day. This is not a penalty in the EP or Crombeji. But me sure so her the intensity of the game now was so nyabo tre. Fancy me help money d oh nah fancy. I just say minimum the left hand need the can call left hand need the can call under the elbow and son right hand neighbor ball. Who checking is slow pa, but I'm only trying to say is that this is a penalty. How could the EP on my end? Okay. I'm a ball player on a ball. Okay. But at the Champions League level, this is how you manage games with superstars. Attention, that's what game them. Just to make sure say tackles be intimate come more being copra because you starting game now no. Zobo slash so tackle be Lucas Torreira. Onusu Mia obi Victor Osimhen cry there consistently. Game no koso nyina Kunate ni Van Dijk omu mia ne se sandwich e de sausage asemu no omu mia ne say no ma bone na ne sa and the game was too aggressive for my liking but I think good results for Galatasaray but fancy omu team ni still enye almost inside players bebre Galatasaray. Oh okay. I think say it is only good for the Turkish league because the kind of football I heard from Galatasaray and the kind of players e kuto omu na nya ho ball no mo bono. They have a long way to go when it comes to the Champions League. A long way. Maybe this year, on Betima Bobby Abdrubi a playoff for baby. At most, the round of 16, I don't think they can go past that. They have good players, but they still have problems with the team. Almost you say team, then you're the best out of the team. The Juma that's who was all year. And the quality, and reflected whatever they are supposed to do as a team. First, on the Liverpool and Florian Vet issue. Any who situation about Bonte now, and what Jamie Carragher say, and slot and bench Florian Vet, no final results. But Liverpool, almost this same situation be pain. Okay. On say back in 1987, Liverpool signed 2 top stars. And I'm going to back on money at 30. Say name Momako sign Alexander Isak for a huge amount of money. Omako sign Ekitike for a huge amount of money. And Omako signed Florian Vet for a huge amount of money. That was Peter Beardsley. Peter Beardsley knows he kind of man Newcastle United. That season now Omako for John Barnes. Any Aldridge. And in the bomba Liverpool. Now, check the statistics and Peter Beardsley and San Odeba Liverpool now. Over 140 games with 61 goals for Newcastle United as a number 10 playmaker. Linking midfield with attack. That was under Kenny Dalglish. But the boy Liverpool, that particular season, for BFC, say Not John Barnes any Aldridge performing into a Qatar. Be honestly any that particular time about ba no she goes in your man from Liverpool. Now Liverpool naysayers and any omo tight team nature di team nature di 2 years say Florent finds himself in the same situation at Liverpool. Because Akofa Isak Akofa Ekitike. Just maybe the attention is not on Isak because one year preseason. I feel no pick it back. But for a player like Ekitike, he is scoring goals for Liverpool. It's attention in your maybe Ekitike. So but Florent dear, he can have a proper second half of the season. Because Peter Beasley by and assassin in the second half of the season. Among the top quality stars I know is surrounded with Liverpool turned us at that time £1.9 million. Na record signing. And the second half of the season he came to deliver. But you see, check 87. No about check it and 87, maybe just social media was not popular at that time. It is scrutiny in your TV moves to be no games be. It be a club cross if you know about 13 years and 14 years. Onya da Jim fan TV and I want to TV them. You chroma say crown. Say na X used to be any abro TV no way. 87 no. Okwa this is one more two. Wajare. Me am one on pub abonte and okra black and white. When your opportunity akwa hwebi. Now when you want maka, just at the time who school a classroom na for mako tenas na mako din komo. But today things are different. It maybe Peter Beasley might have the same story as Florent Wirtz during the time of the bar Liverpool in 1987. But I think in reality, the scrutiny around Florent Wirtz is totally different. Due to TV, coverages, social media, a lot of things that goes on into this particular game I hear. Which in total, a bit may affect Florent Wirtz. So I'm careful. Born or bo. Unless you are not being truthful. Born ankasa yeah, born from this the born or bo. First he is playing or bo no. But as a number 10, your assist, your goals are very important.
Yeah.
Only 6, only 8. The entire Liverpool go far by me say 10 when the ball on my goals and my assist. So if you come and it is not coming, then there's a huge problem. And I never so them sronko and Ballon d'Or also 12 2 seasons ago. Last year I bet also bet 22nd and say the number of chances creation away there.
We are no form.
One to me.
Scanner side cotton so man your buruja. And Liverpool will find themselves wanting because of how some of their legends dealt with other players and not more also. Grimsones, Jamie Carragher, Liverpool old players no motiti TV so no. Betting taba other teams players Sunday bia. There was a certain match Pogba ball hat-trick. Grimsones Gina and Chen Dim Komoka say you are told for this amount of money obo hat-trick a problem. We assist a hat-trick of assist area onye. But today when it is Florent Wirtz, nobody can talk. And also adapt it as soon as possible. For the past few weeks, I did protecting the past Liverpool winning games. But when they start losing consistently, like they said, they move back to back, issues better more.
Okay.
And so what we need to look at the defense of Liverpool. Or more conceded though. Even when they win games, they concede. I think at the corner, Emma Ninya a how bebrebe say Liverpool were finding ways to win games. It is all conceded. Me fancy. So the team now conceded 3, 2, now share 4. Now the share, I have no problem because you've done the most important aspect of the game. When we need game, no.
Yes.
But the moment you concede and you can't score, it becomes a problem. I'll score your opponent, it becomes a problem. It's Adrian and Slot a totally different this season among the other teams. Despite some more bad, no. Agent say he was outscoring opponent, but you see, an outscoring so yakoye issue kakra because Liverpool chances crazy, you know. And said that you're consistent. He said the first few games they were not creating chances in crucial moments and not utilize it. They can still go on to concede, and we can still question on defense, you know. But I think baby also and Slot here worried. They are not outscoring opponent. Mo Salah will need to pick up. How many games in here? Mo Salah was the top scorer for Liverpool. Meboa. Mo scorer no create assist or create chances with the Maomo. And then you for it doesn't mean Mo Salah should be limited. you need more Salah at the top form. Say the bear bet me akata ekitike Isaac mu nyina so. Say be a pressure na ye dey e ball mo so a. You need your old players to always deliver in the long run. Fancy Barcelona bebo PSG na me adom na anwumre. Ampaye bedwa match ni mu pa. A former player of Barcelona, a former treble winner of Barcelona, will move to PSG. Osadi PSG akwakoje. Barcelona team ni better than Paris Saint-Germain and come amini wudi CC ya na say jina so mu mienu no. Odi omo tun se ni na hwan na ya de chen wo bi.
They say
tournament ya ye boy. No one a defending champion.
Paris Saint-Germain.
One a treble.
Omo. But Uba match without or starting front three.
Against Barcelona.
Dembele
Desire Doué. And then or the Gonzalo Ramos. Or the Bacola. Or one of the Umbeba game in Mababisi Akai. Fancy. I think when it comes to Barcelona to almost fair share of worries. Barcelona say Rafinha. Or a player about Kwame 2 years as a big games partner. He decides a lot of things. There's also Ferran Torres who is going to miss this game. Ferran Torres, missing game wage and say mu quiet Dima Lewandowski. When I didn't free bench as a center forward or with Mababe Danny game with the amount. Femi Lopez, and you're part of this team. Danny Omo, about 90 minutes in a free man, one ever fancy. I believe that these are two teams who have quality. Omumi and Ubetimi about a very brilliant football and I'm in idea in Yakwa. But I think say Barcelona share Paris Saint-Germain team share. But this is a more mature Paris Saint-Germain team than recent ones at Barcelona share money on Mabo. That is what I was a Hansi Flick modu to omo team say. When you Paris Saint-Germain and Barcelona team bet you almost 4. And almost first leg, I know my better second leg, remontada. No more be you almost free. This is not a Paris Saint-Germain team and Barcelona team you almost 3, 4-0, 2-0. Debbie. This is a matured Paris Saint-Germain team who are champions of Europe, finalists of the Club World Cup, Super Cup champions.
And missing these 3 key players.
And I make us say they are missing 3 key players, but they are really mature. This is a matured Paris Saint-Germain team.
Okay.
And this is a team it doesn't rely on individual players. Fancy, you fancy your team. Say, those days Nana Edison Cavani, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Then he became a Kylian Mbappe team. But this is not a Dembele team. Because I've seen Paris Saint-Germain win games without Dembele.
Okay.
Remember who Paris Saint-Germain team are winning games without Desire Doué. Even without Kvicha Kvaratskhelia, they've been a dominant force, dominating games. Yahoo game everybody not almost a 4. 4 no almost share any no. Fullbacks no Hakimi ni no Mendes Ashebia 1-1. But the key to this particular game ni be jina mfimfin ho. Frankie de Jong ni Pedri. Shia Vitinha, Fabian Ruiz. Mfimfin ho. Honin tokoni nyina, tokoni game ni nyina. Then Lamine Yamal any Nuno Mendes biom.
Sir Kimi say Mendes dey can say would defend it against Yamal because Portugal
and Spain.
Yeah.
Portugal and Spain. And the highline any Vitinha and Pedri Bono. I think today is going to be and I will game where we are Barca fan and support your team, but enjoy the brilliance of these 2 midfielders. Pedri and Vitinha. Totally dominant two players and then you but I think it's going to be both teams to score. Okay. Barcelona swatches on team keep clean sheet. In recent games, they concede. I believe both teams to score in this game and over 2.5. But I never got TV watch. Na me ko game na. Me ko players me no pe. Me ko Pedri. Ma ko Vitinha.
Mate, me say me da say. Ma me bra Steve ona Steve area na me the mic area. Steve.
Yeah, me da say. A lot has been said about Liverpool, how brilliant they were last season and in this season. Almost 30 million a year. Messiah can't buy Florian Wirtz. Personally, I'm a fan of him. Our games are bought for Liverpool. And Ancelotti is doing something he ought not to do. And he's trying to fix something that is not broken. In the course of Liverpool from game 1 up to Enra game of boy, he's doing something and you can answer or try with Sadia and Opesoin. And he said he's trying to act like who said Guardiola or sometimes crazy in quote. He would want to invent something. That is what Ancelotti is trying to do. And I think any of the technical people should just bring him back on track. And they say, team be a we see be our partner or player a flow man. And the Chelsea team, he said Chelsea enya a forwarder or a bulky or that animal character in they struggle in terms of forward line. So you had Drogba who fights with the defense, not as in physical, but on number 2-2. And Diego Costa Beto also. Now, Cesar Lartey in João Pedro, he will give you a fight. So, and you're surprising, so by and you're working man because I had a catch Chelsea. Liverpool successful period in the current years has been under Jurgen Klopp. He will always be the reference point for Liverpool, the Renaissance. So whoever is coming in, either say you are trying to be arrogant or you are trying to disrespect what was there. The Messiah can now point all the facts out. Salah numbers in a form Wayne performing to the point that Salah was on the bench against Galatasaray after a defeat against Palace.
Not to cut you, may chip you in make I say, and run of power bites me by say, the mimi and say, coach episode try to say diamond formation be a Salah Beko bench. Ampa, I mean, nothing grass and one give no Bemanako bench. A wow way.
You see, I always like to work with smart people. And Slots acted smartly. Time I'll be far team, but he's trying to be unsmart this season. He has to continue on the other. The entire Liverpool has struggled this season, despite the victory. And they say, we share the back four now, or the Robertson Akotana bench, and Arnold the new, and he's trying Zoboslai at that position. But at their club, a boy and say, play a be over turn can see be no matter amount or then buy. You don't walk straight into the starting 11. The all bono cross, it will take you time for you to integrate. Into Okofa Fabino or Russian. Okofa a host of other players on Russia. I think it was only Sadio Mane and a straight away from game 1.
That can swear Van Dijk then.
Yes. Because Van Dijk was a project and nobody a church. And Liverpool had a lot of priorities in the defensive shape. And on the neighbor shame. But gentlemen, we buy and Okofa Melos Kekes. There's a difference between being the best in a season as against being renowned for a position. Inti Robertson may have had some bad patch last season. But I do not think say Emma Kekes near better than Robertson on any day. So we're changing the left back position. Ediana Kekes in the bar. Ediana na Robertson the bar. So Robertson a chino cry a mistake or quite anymore he adds into the assist or add the numbers. So when you Robertson the few, you are not getting the assist. The Liverpool laterals played as number 10s. Inti Arnold and Robertson were creators, not just fullbacks. And our static Kekes, he is not providing any of Sadia. And now you are using Zoboslai. Or yet the engine our midfield. Open Liverpool team no play or run a pa as Zoboslai. Or cover a lot of distance. So Bradley was there. And I'll go for Frimpong. Frimpong cannot be a right back in the Premier League. Obetima are they offensively. Sending on the ball netiano. So you place Bradley there. you slot in Robertson. So now ubenya the old guard no. And the old guard, no advantage of Liverpool is they understand omuni in omu play. 4 no Bradley, Van Dijk, Konate, and then Robertson. Already no matter catcher say the priority for Liverpool transfer window no should not be Alexander Isak.
What to me?
But should rather be who comes in for Konate, because the errors leading to goals no doso. On your be team focus it throughout. The concentration of a problem. Ebu Konate. So when you're 4 where you are solving a problem at the back together with Alisson Becker. Now a Kekes and a Zoboslai somewhere. To play Florian Wirtz, Wirtz is smart enough as a footballer. But in the games, there are certain decisions on the field that there are areas he needs to release the ball. Salah tries on speed and space.
So quick
transition. Sadia ni obium. The Liverpool can see because of the quick transition. That is why Liverpool use mechanical midfielders. And you have no flair. When Coutinho was there, it was entirely different. Everything went through Coutinho because of our skill, or the shooting ability, the conversion rate in the year. So delay or ball no kwa. They know so possibly that is the outcome.
Okay.
And now attacking aspect and also Liverpool are changing 2 na be say Ekitike and Isak and no be Darwin Núñez Diogo Jota so enya ne be because and Luis Diaz a free ho. So Liverpool nche goals ne kese wa change e no am a problem eba and nimu no so they are not on the same wavelength.
Fullbacks na nso anka mobile mass supplies na nso
and also ni ho. And Zobo's line na baby. So you don't need to touch the Liverpool midfield. Play McAllister, Gravenberch, Zobo's line, more. Play the 4 with time. You'll be slotting them in. If you try to do a lot, which managers are about of late, there be a bit na Amorim here, a bit na Ten Hag by here say, this is what I want to play. No, you are not being smart. Players not say for a period of 5 to 6 years or more. Our Liverpool. Kekes can never be better than Robertson. He can't. Yes, he can never be better than Robertson. He had a fantastic season at Bournemouth, but I don't know man better than Robertson.
Okay.
You get my point. So keep that. More born now more harder than stabilize the team in Drew baby. Then you introduce them. You see, I had the player, the coaches sometimes they play according to the gallery, what they hear in the media, and they be an influence on my decision. So out of Florian Wirtz for that figure. Now to Isaka. Straight away the thinking is that once a Liverpool improve, which Obi Obekasa no menen yarding. But contract duration here then. A period of 6 years, a BDF 5 years. So the 150 million pounds for a period of 5 years. So you don't need to rush. What did the American say? And no be no air Florian Wirtz. No. He's not a bad player, but he's yet to give Liverpool what I was saying Liverpool fans in here. Okay. So the Liverpool firm are down to the manager. Okay. Any changes be up as oh yeah, Julian Alvarez story be. You see, your strikers be in the past, but we pan there a Hurricane replica.
Alvarez,
yeah. But so Simeone this season anya dia nyere no ho anye to this boy. You see, Ankabe cruel. I want a talent possessing to still be at Manchester City. Because Haaland will be scoring. And such a talent will be on the bench. So he decided, say, I want more playing time. And then when shows Argentina a game will be they can afford to lose this gentleman. At the end of the day, or ball free kick in the share or involving in play. He has great shooting ability. And Oshe goes, So everything Atletico Madrid, now a Julian Alvarez. So we should hear profile as an elite of elite club. That is where he has to be playing. And there be a Simeone my excuses. We need to say, oh, share those I'm competing with. Imagine Julian Alvarez leading the line for Real Madrid. And I say Barcelona. Because baby away this one you be I let go the Kakabe say now. This is a player also a Bob. And you're surprised that he no free Argentina. They have that license of producing top quality strikers. Yes. Now we are in an era of strikers. Now strikers are no, and yet those strikers are no more from the 2003 bar. Drogba, Anelka, Henry, Babubo, Oko in the Italian League, Ubenya, Zlatan Ibrahimovic,